So guys, we will see a lot of people's works today, and which is great, but first let's warm up with a little bit of sculpt. Now, this sculpt will be, let me see where is my front view. This should be okay. Oh, wait, okay. This will be, what? From imagination. I don't use a concept. I just want to do a strong male character. We'll see what will happen. I'm using Control R, as always, to remesh when I need to. Many people ask this, but you know, just asking some questions here and there about few things about Blender, it's not gonna make you work in Blender or make you good. A full course in Blender will be better, or just watch some videos, educational in Blender. I have a lot of them, especially in my other channel. This channel is mostly for lives, as you probably know, so it's fine. Voice is echoing right now, really? No, it's not, so relax. Now, let's see what we can do. Yeah, some people are just very fast to say something in the chat, so hopefully it's fine. We're doing, I hit the model, now with Alt H, I can put it back. When I press, since I'm working pretty fast, when I press some keys, like in this case, I press H, and the model disappears. And when you are a young Blender artist, for example, you will get very frustrated when something like this happens, and you can lose a lot of time figuring out what happened with your model. But those frustrations are always there when you're working with certain programs. Like all the programs, I had those frustrations with Photoshop, with CorelDRAW, not with Notepad though. With Notepad not so much, because it's a simple program, as simple as it can get, we might say, or we might say, I don't know. So yeah, I will try to do this for like 10 minutes again, very quickly, very fast, and also very furious, as you probably know. And then we will see a lot of artworks from different people, mostly beginners and intermediate, but sometimes here and there some professional sneak in and put his portfolio in the Discord server. I don't know why. Probably they need some more followers or whatever. Probably, yeah, I guess that could be a good explanation. Everybody needs more followers or subscribers or whatever. This is a problem for all people these days. There's not enough for everybody. For everybody. Followers, subscribers. Yes. So that's why they are sneaking in other people's Discord servers and posting their work, portfolios. But most of the people are kind of beginners, and it's cool. How can I judge? No, I can judge everybody. I can judge professionals too. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has something to learn. But when I see somebody is better than me, for example, or at least very close to my level, it stops me from judging too much. You know? It's just not good to judge that much. Judge that much. Now let's see what we can do with this guy. A little bit of this. Cheekbones. The nose is a bit too huge. And the mouth, we have to push it in. Let's see what we can do here with this nasolabial fold, which is this one. I may pronounce it wrong, because as probably you know, that I'm not very into the names of the things, especially those Latin names. I don't like them too much, and probably most of you don't like them too much. But how do we call some things if we don't know the name? We have to figure out names. I don't know. Okay, we have the guy is starting to take a good shape. It's, you know, it's never easy to make a face for like 5 minutes, but I make it for 5 minutes, this one. Although it needs a little bit more work, which means the head has to be a little bit smaller. But for 5 minutes, I think it's not particularly bad. 5 minutes sculpt without concept. You see, without concept, I can be faster because I don't lose time to look at the concept. And when you are working with the concept, usually you lose like 30% of the time, maybe. If you are good, if you look enough on the concept, probably around 30% of the time you will look at the concept instead of sculpting. Now I don't lose that time, and I can be faster than Nico, even faster than Speed Char, the speediest char ever. But of course, as I always tell you, and many people don't understand, speed is not exactly what you should aim for. What you should aim for is quality. Speed is a result of your personal issues. For example, I have issues. I told you I don't like to go slow on anything almost. I like everything to happen fast. If I have work, if I have something to do and I have to do it, I prefer to do it quickly and to go to the next one. If I have to remove a bandage out of a wound, I prefer to do it like fast, not slowly move it and remove it and everything. No, just fast and quick, and fast and quick, and also fast, but as I said, maybe also quick. With this time that we have, we can even do some body, which will be great. Let's do a body from sphere. We can, because the head is relatively fine, I will not do too much on the head from that point onward, but an interesting body is always a pleasure to do. You know, when you start something like this from a sphere, when I start something like this from a sphere, I always feel nice. I always feel the anticipation to do something interesting, to do something nice. And sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. It's not always happening, of course. But I hope this time we will have something nice. It will never be something original, because there are millions of characters like this, like muscular male characters, like hulkish characters, a lot of them in the internet, in the world. But to create it by yourself from a sphere, it's kind of brings you a little bit of pleasure. And if it came out to be good also, it's more pleasureful, we may say. Muscles here, muscles there, those are the shoulders. Have to push down the back side of the shoulders, the front side up. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but the front shoulder is probably the biggest part of the shoulder. The side shoulder is the second, and the back shoulder should be the last. Of course, that's not completely checked. So it is something like, probably it's that. But it has to be checked in order to be true. You cannot believe everything everybody says to you. You know, for example, if I say that the dick is not a muscle, but it fills with blood, almost like a muscle, but it's not a muscle, so you cannot train it to become bigger, maybe you will not believe me. You have to check it out, and I advise you, check it out. Because this exactly is true, you know. Hello everybody who said hello, and for those who doesn't say hello, hello to you too. Because even if you don't say hello, I know you mean it, you know. I know you mean hello. Maybe you cannot say it because you're shy, or you don't want to be like the other guys who say hello, and I understand that. I respect that. But still, hello to you too. Hello to YouTube. Hello to you too. You too? The band? Everybody knows it or no? It's not that famous anymore. It was famous like 10 years ago, it was very famous. Even 20 years ago, it was very famous. Now, not so much. Other people are famous like Drake or Kim Kardashian, or Kim Kardashian is famous because she's famous, you know. She doesn't have any talents, in my opinion, but she's famous, and that's why some people are famous, because they are famous, and that's the only reason they are famous. I don't know. Yeah, because her father is rich and everything, and empire, stuff like this, yeah, but in some cases, there's not even that. People are famous because they are famous. Alright. And probably they wished very hard to be famous, and suddenly the devil appeared in front of their, in front of them, and said, okay, are you willing to sell your soul to become famous? And they say, of course. Why do I need the soul for if I'm not famous? And the devil say, okay, let's write this contract and you will be famous. And they become famous. And that's it. Amazing stuff. So, let's see. 11 minutes into the sculpt. I think we are fine. We don't need to do this anymore. It's cool, relatively, yes. So we need to start the Artstation reviews. Let's just add something here. Not this, but a shadow maybe could be appropriate. For a male character, it's nice to have harsh shadows. For a female, not so much. Alright, the speed that you sculpt is so inspirational. Yeah, but be inspired more by the quality, which quality is not exactly present here that much because of the speed, but still, you know. Hey Nico, how to do a practice color theory as 3D artist? You don't need to. That's the better thing. Hello from Brazil, self-portrait. Yeah, Nico, hi. When are you gonna show us Pretty Woman? I probably will not ever show you Pretty Woman, because for me it's difficult to make Pretty Woman and it requires a lot of time for a woman sculpt to become pretty in the beginning. Even my sculpts look like a male a little bit, and then it requires fine-tuning and time in order to make it prettier and prettier, and I never get there. Have you ever used automatic Retopo add-ons or other software for professional work? Yes. Yes. Retopo Flow? No. Okay. Let's do this. Rise and shine. Where are we? I think we are in the right place. What is this? This is Hari. Hari is a comic artist and 3D artist. And this pose is a little bit strange, I would say. But the clothes, they have some interesting things. But the character itself is a little bit awkward. Let's see the other. Yeah, we have seen this, by the way. I'm sure we have. So we will skip it. Put it a like. And let's go. Yeah, some people are posting their Artstation portfolios more than once. But the reason is, the good reason is that they are having another piece. Another portfolio piece they are posting. And they are posting their portfolio piece. So like this guy, for example, has posted this devil, which is probably his newest portfolio piece. And yeah, it's visible that the guy has put a lot of effort and a lot of time into this. But there are a couple of problems. First, too much detail on the wings. It's when you are using alphas, like this guy has used alphas, sometimes you can get overboard with this, because you say, oh, how good is this with the alphas, I can do so much detail for so little time, and at some point you get something like this, which looks not very nice, because it's too much. And there is too much, you know, you have to be careful. There is no detail, too little detail, enough detail, a little bit too much detail, and a lot of too much detail, which is this. And yeah, we see a lot of texture on the arms and on the wings, and the render here is awkward because the wings are almost invisible. I mean, they are very dark, and the background is dark, so everything is too dark. And okay, this for an art, let's say, art piece, if we say that this is an art piece, could be okay. The guy is representing his inner self or whatever, it's fine. But when you're doing a concept, which has to be clear and to be visible, everything, or a game model, you need to show it properly. So the hair is okay. Let's see other things. Game of War guy, Game of War, God of War. God of War is not bad, I would say, and the render is fine even on the black background. But since the character itself doesn't have too many black things and it doesn't blend into the background, so it pops up and it looks fine. So this character is looking good. Yeah, I don't completely like the devil guy. It's too colorful. It's too dark of the render. I mean, the body itself. Let's see the body again. It's too shiny. The body. It's too colorful. It's one color only. I see this kind of purple color, not counting those green things. But this bright green with this purple color, it's not working very well, in my opinion. Other things, yes, but this one, the last one, is straight up bad compared to the other ones. So I would say, yeah, probably the guy hasn't used a concept. I don't know. Yeah, this is probably from World of Warcraft, but when you are doing a portfolio piece, I highly advise to use concepts. Use concept and use the best concept you can find. This one is amazing. I like it. I like the overall anatomy is not bad. The materials are not bad. And the overall render is good even on a black background because it's very, very visible and very contrasty. So yeah, we have nice things and we have bad things in the portfolio. And the bad things is mostly this, maybe last piece, I'm not sure exactly. But this is from last year, so probably yes. Yeah, be careful with this. This is not good. Sometimes, yes. Ooh, this looks nice. But, you know, when you have a color version, why putting the first image this kind of a clay model? Also, the arms are too short. The arms has to go to the middle of the thigh, a little bit lower even, so these arms are a little bit too short. But other than that, it looks pretty nice, the model. The color version is too washed out, so needs a better render, definitely. This version is better a little bit, but it looks unfinished. It looks like a work in progress, so it's not a good idea to post it like that. Maybe post it like this, but as a secondary image. The first image has to be a better render of this. And also, another thing, for the more experienced artist or the artist who want to make their model look better, you can make your model look better by just making a nice pose. It could be not something drastic, but a pose which is not a pose like this would make a lot of difference. So two things, better render and a little bit of a pose, a little bit of asymmetrical thing would be amazing for this character. But much better render definitely, because this render sucks big time. And yeah, I'm not afraid to say it, just that doing, you know. And most of the renders here are not good enough. You need more light, but without washing out the materials. And yeah, it's difficult, yes. And especially when you render metals, for example, you always need HDR. So if this is from ZBrush, of course, it's difficult to render those things, but you can render them on layers. You can render one time with some materials, then another time with metal materials, and then mix the metals with the other. So there are ways. You just have to spend more time on presentation, because this guy or girl, let's see, it's Eric Colon, it's guy. So this guy is like me when I was younger, when I was thinking that when I spend a lot of time on the model, like this one for example, I spend like 20, 30, 50 hours on one model, and then I'm sick of this model, I don't want to see it anymore, and when I just make a print screen and post it in Artstation or whatever, people will say, wow, this guy has made an amazing model. But it doesn't work like this. I realized that after, and I started to try to put more time after I finish the model to just rest a little bit. For example, one day I rest, and then the next day I start and put more time into it to make a nice render, to make a pose, to make everything. So yeah, try to do that. Try to do this. Nico, when you gonna show us Pretty Woman? Yes, I don't. Who's Drake? Okay. Kardashians are famous. Okay. Have you ever used automatic topo? What about female powerlifters? They're cool. Nico, I love your persona. When are you coming to Croatia? To Croatia. You know, I'm a big guy relatively, but in Croatia I probably will look like very regular because Croatian people are bigger. I mean, taller mostly. So yeah, I don't want to go there. I like to go to the Asian countries. This is some kind of issues I have, you know. Everybody has to be smaller than me. I'm joking. Yeah, I will probably come to Croatia. Every country has its beauties, so it's cool. Namaste, brother Nico. It's Sri from Bharat, India. So yeah, every time, in every stream. This guy is catching every stream. And in every stream, he's always say, Namaste, brother Nico. This is Sri from Bharat, India. So he thinks that we don't remember. Careful. Because we might think that you think we are stupid, which is not good, you know. Let me see this. Ooh, my cable for the camera is starting to get problematic. I don't know. I like speak Charles models. Thank you. We're huge. We're huge, yes, even though I'm 173 centimeters, a midget in my country. Yeah, midget. Hey Nico, more creations here. Very nice. Hey Nico, can you tell me what was your biggest job and how much they paid, if you can tell? I don't know. I think I have never charged more than $3,000 for one model. I don't think I have. And everything was less than that because I usually don't take models that's gonna require this amount of money. I usually don't take that super detailed and realistic models like Call of Duty models or I don't know. I don't usually do that. When somebody approached me for a job, I say, okay, give me the concept and I will tell you the price. They give me the concept and I look at the concept and I imagine this in 3D, how much time it will take me and what will be. And I say, okay, I'm ready to do this. I like the concept. I think it will be a nice 3D model. I will have I will enjoy making it. But as I said, this is my thing because I'm a 3D artist for a long time. I have experience. I can choose my works. I can choose what I would want to work on. If you're a beginner, usually you have to be more like not choosing that much. You have to just take what comes just to get the experience, you know. Love your streams from England. Ooh, England. So you understand my English, which is awkward, but still, yeah, nice. Zdravo, Nico, kako si? I'm okay. Nick, my friend, hello from Brazil. Here you have a lot of fans. Yeah, no, Brazil, Turkey, India. Mostly my fans are from there, from those countries. So it's cool. It's cool. Let's see. Ivan Kartelian. Ivan from Ukraine. Ivan Kartelian. Okay, this is from One Piece. Not bad, I would say. You see how those characters are cartoonish, they're bright, stylized, and have nice poses. They overall look great, and the environment is not bringing with the characters. It's not mixing like blending with the characters. So this looks very, very cool, I would say. And he has only 17 likes on this, which is not great. Press Alt Z to use GeForce experience in game overlay. Can I disable this? I probably will have to see on the internet how to disable this because it's Alt Z, you know, is a common shortcut in Blender for transparency. Alt Z. And it's not a good idea, you know, Alt Z, and you get this. Let me see. Connect audio, photo mode, performance monitoring, privacy, notification, video call, recording, connect, done. I don't know. I will be able to, keyboard shortcuts, Alt Z. But I will change it to Control Alt Shift Z. Now. Show yourself now, huh? You will not. Okay, this is stylized cyberpunk character. Okay, this is from my course. Good. But I would remove this first one probably. Let's see. But it's not bad. It's not bad. Just the background is a little bit dark, and the face. Sometimes when we do a character, sometimes the face becomes smaller than the head. So the head is too big or the face is too small. We have to just fix this, which is the easiest thing is to just mask the facial portion and shrink the head and then fix what artifacts are going. But this has a little bit of a small face for the head. So yeah, I guess Dark Elf Assassin, okay, good. But it's, and also this character is not bad. I would say it has nice folds on the clothes, materials are cool, everything is nice except for the background. The background is too dark and it blends with the character, and when we see the thumbnail, it doesn't look appealing at all. So yeah, work on that. This one is also not a bad character, but still with this black background and not enough like light on the character, not enough contrast, it doesn't work quite well. This is from a tutorial, so I don't know. This is from I think which tutorial was this, but he didn't say it's about tutorial. When you are making a tutorial work, it's a good idea to say it, you know. This is a semi-stylized girl based on Art of Maki concept and Nikolai Naidonov's model, but this is not exactly true. This is not based on my model. This is based on Art of Maki concept and my course, not exactly the model, probably, I guess. But who knows? Maybe it's the model. But okay, this guy has potential. I mean, everybody has potential, but this guy is working and has reached some level, which is not bad at all. This level is not bad. Russian Mafia, also love you, but don't forget to make Artstation reviews. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I love your art from I love your art hooks from Brazil. Thank you. Hi Nico, here from Monopoly. Ooh, Monopoly, the Italiano Monopoly. Yes, I was there last year. No, yeah, last year in the spring. Monopoly, Lecce, and Bari, of course. Oh, I'm from Ukraine too, and I'm noob with Blender. Many people in Ukraine, I think, are noob in Blender, and in the world also. So don't feel bad. It's absolutely normal because not many people are working in 3D, you know. So it's fine. Thanks for answer. I can't wait to see my works. We'll see. Why I'm not getting notifications for a stream? By the way, I watch your stuff regularly, even if I have 20 years of experience in 3D. You have 20 years of experience? That's a lot. My experience in 3D is also around 20 years. I think I started 3D Max kind of to learn it in 2004. So this year will be 20 years for me too. Very nice. The notification from NVIDIA will still be there, sadly. Probably, but I can probably disable that too. It's just a question of just going into the internet, spend a little bit more time, and I will find the answer. I usually do. And when I have problems like this, that's not exactly a problem, but when I have problems, I'm glad, I'm happy, because I can like spend time and go into the internet, learn new things, and, you know, deliver and make the problem go away. It's fine. Should you even post tutorial models in your portfolio? Should you even post tutorial models in your portfolio? Yes. In the beginning, you don't have any other models. You will have only tutorial models. So post them. It's okay. I mean, post them, especially if they're good. You will get some views, some likes, probably some followers. Then when you start making your own models, after a couple of tutorials, when you start making your own models, and when you make enough, like 3 good models, for example, or 2 good models, you will just delete those. It's not a problem. The portfolio is not something written in stone. It's something that changes through time. Your portfolio should change in time because your skill changes. And in order for your portfolio to be as good as your skill, you have to change it. You have to delete old things, add new things. That's it. Hey Nico, love your stuff. From Ireland. I've been working in 3D printing for a few years now, and your weekly challenge and attitude has renewed my love for sculpting. Thank you. That's very nice. I like this kind of comments when they come up, like people are liking like the streams or the weekly challenge or something. It's nice. But I posted my Artstation. I hope you get to review it and get some feedback from you. Thanks. Yeah, probably, but we have to go through a lot of Artstations. So when we get there, you know. I will try this time this days to be more active and to stream at least 3 or 4 times a week. And we will get closer with the Artstation reviews. Let's see here. So this guy on the first glance doesn't want to spend a lot of time into the models. He just make a quick model like this. This requires a lot more time in order to look better. Cleaning, putting some edges here and there nice. It's just not good enough. That's why it will not get likes. And putting stuff like this, which is like super fast and doesn't require too much time, and it's visible that it's like this, it's not a good idea for a portfolio. This one is not that bad because it's a whole character at least. Although it's not refined. It looks like a 3D sketch. And don't put your whips, your works in progress, your 3D sketches, don't put them in your Artstation portfolio. Maybe you can put them someplace else. Maybe you can go to the Discord server and put them in whips, for example. In my Discord server or other people's Discord server. I'm sure there are other artists with Discord servers. Although mine has already like 5,500 people, well, which is great. But the idea is that those sketches or whips, they don't have a place in your portfolio. And this one, for example, we see the cloth is not developed well enough and everything. But probably this guy is kind of a beginner. Although when I see a lot of works, it seems like he's not exactly a beginner. But let's see when he's doing this, for example, 9 months ago. So he has started maybe year and a half ago. So he has a lot more to learn, which is great. He can be better in some time. Who knows? But always better renders, not this dark stuff that you cannot see nothing. This is an example of not a good render because you don't see nothing. And if you want to hide your model, it's okay. But why you post it if you want to hide it? You know, just don't post it. That's the better way to hide your model. Not post it with a very dark lightning or without lightning at all. So yeah, that are some things. This guy has a huge neck. He's like a neckzilla. If you know this bodybuilder, Neckzilla, he has a huge neck, but he's of course is black. He's not like my guy. My guy is not exactly black. I have to do black guys sometimes to sculpt them, I mean. Do you also review the portfolios of hard surface modeler or only sculptor? I can review hard surface, but since I don't do hard surface too much, I can say it's fine or not fine. And of course, some portfolio things they apply to hard surface and to sculpt, like for the render to be nice, to be bright enough so it can be seen, for the background to not blend with the model itself, to have contrast between background and foreground. All those things apply on every portfolio. Now here we see this guy is he has some arts, so he's painting also, drawing, which is good. This one I would say remove it from a portfolio. You don't need this. You don't need things, all the things that looks like this also are not good. So this is fine. It has shadow on the floor. It has a relatively nice render. It's not a nice render, but it's bright enough. And the background is contrasty. So it looks okay. If you spend like 1 or 2 hours just to make a nice wooden texture with polypaint, it will be even better. But the idea is that the main image, the thumbnail, which is the presentation of your work, is bad for this one. For this one too. Let's see it inside. This is some kind of a gorilla. The first image is almost you cannot understand what's happening. I see this is the back of the gorilla, but this to be your first image, I don't understand that, you know. And this is the concept, and the concept is super nice. The model, it maybe is nice, but we cannot see, and that's a huge problem. I don't know how somebody will post a model like this which cannot be seen. You know, it looks like it has very nice anatomy and everything, but we cannot quite see if it's like this. And the thumbnail is non-clickable. Nobody will click on this. Let's see how many likes it has. We cannot see because it is in this kind of a page. Okay, good. Doesn't matter. Most of the things needs better renders, and also like this one, for example. Let's see it from the thumbnail. I see this is kind of a not very well made. Not much time has been spent on this. So when you have this kind of things like this one, also this one, remove them. This needs better render or remove. This one definitely needs better render. It's a relatively good model, but the render is bad. You see how this is a pretty nice concept. I would do this concept. Even I will take it and put it in my concept list here and save it for later. By the way, yesterday I bumped into this. This is from a 3D artist. I don't remember his name quite much, but I was impressed by this girl, and I just put it here. This is AI, and this is AI, but this is looking very nice. Probably it's not AI. It looks kind of okay, not AI-ish, although could be AI, who knows. But it looks fine. So this is nice, but the model itself is not bad, not very good, but it's okay. The render, it's not good. It's not contrasty, it's not. So many of those things needs better renders, better presentation, and of course better modeling as always, but you know, nobody's perfect with the models. At least you can do is to present your models better. And if you cannot make a good presentation of a certain model, consider it a practice piece. Don't post it anywhere. Just continue to the next one. Maybe it will be better. Every practice counts, you know. Play Dead Studio text me for job and they say to me it come to Denmark. I said yes. They said me to call back, but still waiting them. I text many times but never answered. Maybe it's some kind of a scam, or I don't know. Hello Nico, fan from Ethiopia, Africa. Hello Ethiopia, cool. We're almost at the same time zone, I guess, with Africa, with some of Africa. Love from Egypt. Yeah, again, Africa, Egypt, cool. From Georgia, nice. We are waiting for detailed retopology course on Blender. I have this, so yeah, you can check it out. Nico, I've been asking for you to do a black character for over an year now. It's cool, I can wait longer. Okay. Look at it more like it's a small dude with a big head trying to escape his body of a costume. Since I noticed that, I can't unsee it. Enjoy, yeah. This is the gorilla probably. Hi Nico, I'm doing first sculpt and I want to move some parts of my face. How can I do this carefully? With a big move brush or draw brush, or move brush is in ZBrush and in Blender is grab brush. So with a big grab brush, easy, just easy remove some things. Or mask things that you don't want to move. For example, you want to move the mouth up, just mask the nose. Smooth the mask a little bit and then move the mouth up with the move brush. I'm a 3D modeler. I love working with the mouse tablet. I believe that soon this job will be 100% done by prompts. Not very soon probably. Manual sculpting will be irrelevant in the industry and rare. What do you think? I don't think about that much. But in my opinion, it's still, you will need a 3D artist to refine, to redo the things, to make the 3D model exactly as it has to be. Because even now, when you're making prompts for 2D images, it doesn't work quite well. And also, you know, even now TurboSquid will release an AI which is which has learned on all the models on TurboSquid, but this is not a huge database. Yes, it's very huge. It's the hugest in TurboSquid, but it still doesn't have all the models, and it still doesn't have everything, so it will probably not be able to do everything. So yeah, we are okay with that. It will be difficult to teach an AI to make a 3D models because you don't have that much 3D models. It's very easy to get images from the internet and everything. That's why those models are evolving, and you have pictures, you have photographs, you have everything, and those models are evolving because you can teach. You can go and get this huge database kind of for free and put it into the AI and teach him with a lot of money, of course, because you're paying people like 5 cents an hour to write prompts and teach the AI. But anyways, it can be done. With the 3D, not so easy. I would say pretty difficult. Hey, it's looking good, but wanna change some detail. Prompter dead. What PC specs do you have? Good ones. I have a 16-core processor, AMD. I have 64 gigabytes of RAM, and now, since yesterday, I have 4070 Super video card. AI still need manual cleanup work done by artist anyway. Yes. Okay, this one looks pretty cool, I would say. A nice concept. Only 19 likes, but you know, this concept exactly, this Jinx, was overdone. Everybody was doing it. It's just wow. And this gun, I don't think this gun will work. Where will you load the... I don't know how this gun will work, but whatever, probably it's fine. The idea is that this looks cool and the render is not bad at all, because it's contrasty, it's nice. But still, this guy has only 25 followers, and that's why his models doesn't have too much views and therefore not too much likes. This Hulk is not bad, but the thumbnail is not exactly bad, but still it needs more contrast in my opinion between the character and the background. This one also needs contrast between the character and background. This one has contrast, which is great. This is just a study, which usually we don't like too much, but this one is not bad at all. I would say it's fine. So this guy, it has skills, but it's difficult for even people who has skills to acquire followers and to go into trending. It's hard these days. It was easier back in the days. Now it's harder and harder because many people are trying, and now the level that you have to be on, it's much higher than, for example, 5 or 6 or 10 years ago. So yeah, I would say redo the thumbnails or the renders of some of the darker images and you will be fine. And then probably repost them when you post something, advertise it in some social media if you can, and hopefully it will get more likes in the first hour. It's much more important in the first like 2 or 3 hours to get enough likes in order to go to trending. Once you go to trending, it's much more easy to get followers and likes when you go to trending. And this works, like this Jinx, for example, is good enough for trending in my opinion. There are many people here in the Discord, in my Discord server, which are more like beginner, intermediate artists, and their works are not good enough for trending, but some are good enough. Yes. Don't you think AI will create its own game? Probably. It seems like he thinks the dark background is cool. Some people think that the dark background is cool. I don't think so exactly. It sometimes works, but your character shouldn't be dark also. If your character is dark, it has dark clothes or dark something else, when you make the dark background, then it loses the contrast. It cannot see the character, and the whole point of making a character is to be visible, to be seen, you know. Really like you, man. Why? I'm not super likable, you know. You have cool man vibe and you have a great skill. Yeah, thank you. If 3D art were an RPG, you will be the tutorial NPC. Yeah, definitely. I'm the tutorial NPC with the bald head and the attitude. Okay. This looks nice, but still a little bit uncanny valley on the face. As you can see, this jaw is too smooth. it has to have some angle, you know, a little bit of a jaw, you know, angle. Also the face overall looks a little bit big, small. The face features looks a little bit small on this big head, and that's why it looks a little bit awkward. It needs very little touch-ups in order to feel nice, because the render is not bad. The skin also is relatively fine. I don't make too much of a realistic skin. I don't completely do it. Yeah, it has some... Yeah, this looks nice. The whole model looks almost realistic. He has used Marmoset toolbag, Blender, Substance 3D Painter. Yeah, not bad at all. And the render is cool. So, what I would suggest for this portfolio is change your avatar. That's completely the first thing you have to do, because the avatar looks like the avatar is kind of a, when we see it like this, it's kind of part of the portfolio. When we see this kind of a very amateur work on the avatar, maybe some old work that this guy is liking, we say it's not good enough. And also this, the face is a little bit too small for the head. The eyes, they could be a little bit, the eyeballs could be a little bit bigger. I mean, could be smaller because they are a little bit too big probably, but I'm not sure exactly. But definitely the face is a little bit too big for, too small. And probably the nose is too short or too small. I don't know. There is something awkward and uncanny valley. But other than that, it's like hair is nice, relatively. It's nice because I don't do hairs, as you probably know. I don't do realistic hair. So for me, it's fine. It looks good. And the other things, let's see the turtle ninjas. Okay, good. This guy is having all the weapons. Where are the nunchakus? Ah, it's here. Okay. He cannot hold everything, of course. Maybe in his teeth he can hold the nunchakus. Nunchucks or whatever. But this is a nice model, I would say. He couldn't decide who to choose from the four, and he made some mixed character. It's fine. But it looks cool. I would say this guy has a skill. Obviously, he has a skill, but still needs to pay more attention to the face anatomy. But other than that, it's cool. Absolutely cool. This one is very nice also. A lot of skill, and this one is, wow, this looks amazing. I mean, the render and the modeling, it looks very nice. Materials also very cool. So yeah, as always, we are bumping into artists who are pretty good, but some of them are lacking. When I see an artist who is professional, I say this guy is professional. He doesn't lack visibly in anything. Like faces are good, materials are nice, render is cool, and anatomy is good, and working from concept, and the pose is nice. Everything is on point. But this guy that we just saw, he has something lacking, a little bit lacking. You know, it's not on the right level yet, but he's close, so it's fine. Nico, were you doing front end before? Would you recommend as a career? Game dev seems to be less stable as the days go by. Front end, I don't understand exactly what front end is. But as I see it, many people are saying that the programmer's work is kind of done, and the programmers will be the first to go from the AI. I don't see that happening. There are still programmers working, but probably only the best programmers will remain, and they will work with the AI, because you will need a programmer to work with the AI to make things very fast, but it needs to be a programmer. I cannot work with the AI and create programs because I will not know what I want. I will not know what the AI, when it makes mistakes, for example. So you will always need somebody, like a good 2D artist to change some things on the AI, a good 3D artist to revisit your model and to fix it and to export it and to do a lot of things. So you will always need professionals, but of course a little bit less than before, probably. Just the best ones. How long it took you to get to the level where a personal artist was satisfied with your work? To the level when you are ready to share it with others. You know, that's not a question for me. I personally, I'm not a perfectionist. So when I'm doing some art, when I was younger, it was pretty easy for me to just do a quick render and post it in social media or whatever. But when I was getting older and older, I realized that if you don't spend time to make a good render, to make a nice presentation for your model, for your work, then all the hours that you have put in this work are lost. They are not well maintained. They are not used properly. So when you put a lot of hours, like 20, 30, 50, 100 hours to make a model, don't think that it's ready. It's not ready until you make a presentation. And the presentation can take up to like from 5 to 10, maybe even more hours. It depends. I've asked a very good friend of mine who is a very good 2D artist, and he's better in rendering the presentation than me, much better. And I asked him, okay, how do you make the lighting? He said, every character, the lighting, materials, everything is custom for this character. So it requires time. But of course, when you do it a couple of times, when you have experience with doing it, you kind of start to know what works and what not. So in the beginning, it will be much more difficult. But as you progress, as you make one character, second, third, 10th, 20th, 50th, you will start to deliver better and better if you want to improve, of course. If you think that you should improve. And most of the time you should. I know I should, so. You're straightforward and not sugarcoating. That's something really likable, in my opinion. Yeah, for some people probably it will be a little bit rude, but for some people it will be fine. I'm trying to not be as rude as I usually could be, because it's different cultures in the world. My channel has viewers from all around the world, and I don't want to insult anybody. People these days, especially in the more developed countries like United States, Canada, they're much easily insulted, you know, for everything. It could be like, oh, it's very insulting. Not in Australia, as I see, so it's fine. Australia seems fine for me. But the other countries, like more developed, like probably even United Kingdom also, but mostly United States, it's leading the way of sensitive and insulting things, you know. There are things that 20 years ago were absolutely normal. Now they are insulting. You cannot say them and stuff like this, which is fine. I mean, everything is progressing or regressing, as it depends how you see it. So yeah, I'm trying to kind of keep it like middle portion, middle point. I don't know how to join Discord server. Link in the description of this video. Somewhere in the description. It's hidden. But if you spend a little bit of time looking into the description, you can find it and then click on it. It's a little bit like secret, so it's difficult. Can I join the Discord server for free? Definitely. I rarely take money from the Discord server members. Pretty rare, yeah. Sometimes if they give them to me, like from the super chat or whatever it's called in the day, or from donation, there is a thing which is called PayPal donation, and I have a link in the description, I think. Let me see, on the bottom, donation link. Yeah, PayPal, donate something. I don't know if it works. Let me click on it. No, it works. Yes, I can donate to myself. Very nice. But I don't want to, so yeah, you shouldn't do. A gift can't be refused. Yes. Nicotel, please, do you have any tutorial with tips about creation of modular characters, like those in Skyrim, for example? Not quite. You know, every character is, when it's modular, yeah, it's specific. You have to make the heads and the bodies even a little bit separate. You have to make sure that the necks are the same, or the meeting point is the same between the heads and the necks. It's complicated thing, and usually it's every team of game makers, they think of a way how to do this. So it's not for me to show, you know. When you go to a team like this, and when you're a good character artist, you can make everything, you will handle it. They will explain everything and you will be able to do it. It's not a problem. That's not an issue. That's what I'm saying. Can I join Discord server not for free? Yes, you can try. to do it. I don't know how. When you are starting the sculpting, sir? When are you starting the sculpting, sir? I already finished the sculpting. It was the first like 11 minutes or so. It was this strangely huge neck guy. And now we are doing Artstation reviews, by the way, so let's continue. Is Nico in here? Nico is always here. Alright, this looks nice. 3D stylized character modeling. Although the hairs could be a little bit better, and you know, it seems like the arm and the hand is not connected quite well in some areas here. And the smiles looks a little bit awkward. Here around the eyes, it's very thin. We have to have, when you have a stylized character especially, you have to have a thick eyelids, not as thin as paper like this. So it has problems. Here the anatomy is a little bit of an issue, but also the head needs to be way smaller and the arms longer. So it has anatomy issues, but the renders are not bad. What I say is, this is clearly visible what it is, the details and everything. It's bright, it's shiny. Shiny is not exactly the best thing that it needs to be, but it's bright at least, and it's visible. It doesn't have super dark spots, which some renders have. So the renderings are good, relatively, but the models needs more work. This one is looking relatively fine, but still lacking some stuff, so more practice. That's my advice. That's the only advice I can give. More practice and try to be better. And for guys like this, it's very important when you reach a certain level like this. This is some level, because you can do some character, you can do some clothes, armors, weapons, and you can do decent renders, for example, because it's fine, it looks nice. Don't think that you are good, and that's the most important thing, because if you think that you are already like very good, like one of the best, you will lose. You will not be able to improve, and you always have to know that there are better than you people, and you always have to know that you will improve. You need to improve. Most of the time, for example, this, I don't like it. If I spend like 2 more hours on it, it will be much better. Everything will be much better. I will put some hair, probably, just something, hands, of course, arms, and I will refine some things on the face. If you put more time onto a character, usually, especially when you have the experience to know what exactly could be wrong, but how to get this experience? To get this experience, you need to work, you need to practice. Nico, what according to you are the important fundamentals of character art, apart from anatomy? Usually working from concept, and anatomy of the fold also for the clothes, because you have always, Nico, do you like Bali or Thai islands more? I haven't been to Bali, so I cannot say. I like Thai islands a lot, especially the places when you ride your motorcycle, the scooter, when you ride it on an empty road, palms all over, and the smell of forest, the smell of jungle is a little bit in the air. It's just, wow, those moments are just when you feel super happy and careless, and everything is amazing. Okay, let's see this troll. Is it a troll though? Troll. I don't think this is a troll. It's kind of a skull on a big guy's body. But what I'm seeing here is nice. The feet are looking great. The pose is pretty nice. The render can be a little bit more bright to be seen better, because here in the bottom it looks a little bit muddy. But other than that, it looks great. So this guy, if we judge by the photo, is pretty young, but he has skill. And why he has skill? Why this guy is like probably 18 years old or 20 years old, and he has this kind of skill? How this happens? Because in that amount of that young age, he was able to put into sculpting or drawing, learning anatomy, working from concept. He was able to put much more hours than somebody who is 30 years old and he's worse than him, because the hours that you have put matters. He probably didn't enjoy going out with friends that much, going to the discotheque, going to some other places. He enjoys sitting at home, working on his characters, and making them look nice. And he has a good texture skills, I see. Has nice textures here and nice model and everything. He's almost a professional artist. Yes, a little bit more experience, a little bit more refining here and there, and he will be completely professional. So very nice. I will follow this guy to see how he developed, although I follow a lot of people, and usually I don't watch the people what they post when I follow them, but that's me. Probably some people are watching. I usually, when I want to get inspired from Artstation, I go to trending and I start looking at what people have done, and I'm like, see people what they have done. Can you do something like this? To myself. And I start to pushing myself and do something, What's the meaning of speed char? Are you serious? Started watching your course, Superhuman Anatomy. It's the best anatomy course I've ever seen. Thank you. You should try the female anatomy course. It's the best female anatomy course that you have ever seen. You will see. Speed character, I think. Exactly. Nico, have you worked on any game projects? Yes, I showed yesterday, on the yesterday stream, I showed some character that I have worked on one of the latest game I worked on. So, for this portfolio, I would say, shadow on the floor we have here, but we don't have too much of a nice thumbnail, because the thumbnail is showing the whole character, and it will be nicer for a thumbnail to be like this. The folds on the jacket can be better. They're not very well made. They're like, I want to do folds, but I'm afraid. And that's it. You have to be more brave. And yes, sometimes you will mess them up, but you will learn eventually. You don't have to treat every model that you have as your last model. There will be much more models after that. Treat every model like you are learning on it. Experiment. Do some stuff. And you will see what works and what not. It's easy to get lost in the model and think that this model I have to do perfectly, I have to do a little bit here, oh no, this won't work, I will smooth it, and the model will become like smooth and not contrasty and not nice. This one needs more work on the face, definitely. This one also. So face anatomy is very important for character creation, definitely, and overall anatomy also. And black backgrounds, again, are not the best you can do. Let's see, we have seen this or not? Yeah, this is the same. Okay, this is the same. Ooh, this looks nice, but we will see it. Why so hard on yourself? I am not. Or I am, I don't know. We should be a little bit harder on ourselves sometimes. We male, we have to be hard on ourselves. Because, especially Slavic male, yeah, we are hard, very hard. When I was young, my nickname was Niku Hard. Because, yeah, hard. My cousin was named, his name is Evgeny. So, he named himself, the nickname was Evgeny Soft. And I said, but why Evgeny Soft? He said like Microsoft. Okay, but soft, And I decided that I will be hard. I will not be soft. So, yeah. You're from Islam? That's so cool. Islam? I don't know. Probably not. But, yeah, if you say so, why not? Nico, I sent you my portfolio 10 months ago. Can I send it again? You can, but when we reach it, we will see it a couple of times. So, when we reach the point of this. Did I miss the stream, or what are we making today? We already make this in the first 10 minutes or 11, I don't know. And then we're doing Artstation reviews. Let's see this guy. This looks amazing. Okay, it doesn't look so nice when we look it up close. The anatomy of the face looks nice, but the render is not quite nice in my opinion. A little bit muddy. We have animations. Pretty cool. Pretty cool animation though. And this is nice. But I would say better render. And the HDR that he's using is not proper, I think. It's not appropriate. But overall, it's pretty good. The problem is the presentation. Otherwise, everything is cool with this character. And this is just one character. Yeah. My name is Loic Mateo from France, or Luis, I don't know. And I've been passionate about video games, comics. I initially pursued studios and feel free to propose character creation project, and my skills interest you. Okay, character creation is cool. That's why we are always here. He said Slavic, not Islamic. Yes, I said Slavic. Although I look Islamic, you know, with the one eyebrow and the big nose. Yes, I look a little bit Arabic, but I'm actually Slavic, which is strange. I know it's strange to see this guy and say this guy is Slavic. He looks like Electro Boom guy, which is Indian. I think he's Indian guy, or he looks a little bit Indian. I don't know, maybe, or Arabic. I'm not sure. But also me, when I'm going to another country and people see me, they never know which country I am from, because I don't look Slavic. I look a little bit Arabic. I look a little bit of this, a little bit, you know, you cannot say. And you will always make a mistake to think that I am Arabic because of the one eyebrow and the nose and everything. But actually, I'm from Bulgaria, born and raised here. My parents are from Bulgaria. My grandparents, my grand-grandparents are from Bulgaria. So, Bulgarian, you know. It kind of gives Photoshop vibe, but it's completely different from that, probably. What does Slavic mean? You don't know what Slavic means. Slavic countries are, I will not say all the Slavic countries, but Russia, Ukraine, Bulgaria, Serbia, Macedonia, North Macedonia, Republic of North Macedonia, excuse me, Poland, Slovakia, and others. There are a few others, but we are all here in this kind of a neighborhood. Me too Slavic. Everybody is too Slavic when we are Slavic. Just between two characters, French expression. Hi Nico, I love you. Thank you. You look pretty South Slavic. Probably very South Slavic. You look more Moroccan or Algerian. Exactly. When I go to Egypt for a vacation, I feel like home, you know. Yeah. When I followed your female anatomy course, I thought you were French. Because of my accent, you think I'm French. I don't know. I don't know why. Let's see the Lich from Nikita Pilaev. Nikita Pilaev is also Slavic, so yeah. But the Lich is a little bit strange, and it looks a little bit weak, because the Lich has very big head. When we're making characters that needs to look heroic or evil or big, we need to make the head smaller. If we make the head big, it doesn't work. And also, does this Lich has a concept? Yes, it's from Dota 2, okay, but I don't know. This doesn't look like from a nice concept. So, again, work from a concept, otherwise you will be doomed. This one looks relatively fine, although the render is a little bit flat. We don't see too much shadows or, you know, ambient occlusion, which... but it's difficult to make this character who is like lava or something. It's not very easy. Let's see this one. Okay. Okay, the first image is like, I don't know, this is not the first image. Okay, this is the first image. Nice. I like this frog character. But better render will be required. And of course, better sculpting also. Let's see this. This is better, I think. This is from last week, so it's new. And if this guy has made this, he improved a lot from his last works. But it still looks a little bit like a work in progress, because it doesn't have finish, you know. It's not finished, but it looks fine. So remove everything but this, the last one, and make more like this. Yeah, I know it's a little bit drastic, but it will improve the portfolio a lot, in my opinion. Croatia too, yes. Can I get job from Artstation? Yes, if you're good enough and people see you. Можно скачать твои скульпты. Can you download my sculptures? Are you asking? You know, I have some works that I sell in Sketchfab, I think. Let's see the Sketchfab, by the way, and see what is there. I haven't shown my Sketchfab a lot. Sketchfab Nico Hart, because I am Nico Hart in Sketchfab. 3D models by Nico Hart. Okay, we have amazing. So we have Freddie Mercury for $10, but this is the low poly, I think. So if you, this is the low poly. Yes, 11.4K triangles is the whole model. This is low poly with UVs and textures and everything. So it's low, no print. You cannot print it. You can print it, but it will be bad. So I don't suggest you print it. Let's see how it will look when printed with. It will look like this on polygons. You know, polygonal. So don't do this. I suggest. We have Batman. It's not for sale because it's Batman. You cannot sell Batman. It's nice. We have a lot of models. This from the course. This is from my ZBrush, then 3D Max, and then Substance Painter course. This is the result after the Substance Painter course. It's a pretty cool model. Let's see something else. This, I don't have it in my portfolio in Artstation, but this is just something that I imagined, like a crab guy. I just started to work and started to sculpt, and then it became this. And this is a low poly, again. Most of those are kind of low polys. We have a running here. One of my colleagues in Gameloft, she's a good animator. I gave her the model and she made him run. It's very nice. Let's see something else that we don't have in Artstation. This one, Ram guy, or Ram man. Yeah, this is from how many years ago? Maybe 6 or 7 years ago, I guess. I don't know if we can see. 9 years ago. So yeah, this was 9 years ago. And it's pretty cool, I would say, even now. Let's see under this black rectangle to see what's happening there. Nothing too much. This is from a concept, an interesting dragon. Dragon. Yeah, from a nice concept. I make sometimes work from concept. And this is a frog also from a concept. That's an interesting frog. It has detail. A lot of detail. But yeah, some things like this one also, just this is also a work without concept, just from imagination. So you can see what my imagination is. You can see the inside of me. This is something that lives inside of me. A monster, like crazy monster with his toes are kind of 3 toes, but connected into one at the end here. All interesting things, just interesting. Nico, which course of yours is harder, Armored Assassins or Demon Huntress? Definitely Armored Assassin course is harder. Demon Huntress is a little bit easier. This character, by the way, is pretty interesting. I was doing some experiments in ZBrush with some tubes, and it happens to become some kind of an alien. And he cannot walk on mud because he will be stuck in the mud, because his legs are very sharp, you know, and he will just go inside. He doesn't have a surface area on his leg to step on something like this. This is also something from my imagination. Again, a low poly. Oh. Yeah, monsters. I like to do them, you know. Although it's not visible in my portfolio in Artstation, but I am pretty much a monster guy. I like to do monsters. This is, of course, one of my most complex models. from the ZBrush course that I did for Next to Education. The Orc Cyborg for print. And by the way, this guy, the Chinese people bought it from here, and they're now selling it in AliExpress. They're selling it as a figure, and I bought it from AliExpress. And I have a small figure, and I have a big one, which I printed myself. I paid for it myself. But yeah, Chinese guys. This is from an old concept of mine, also. Again, kind of original, we may say. Monster. As you can see, monsters are were my specialty back in the days. When I was, when you like to do some monsters and you're starting to get good as monsters, this means you have a lot of issues, a lot of inner anger. In my opinion, it's like this. So I have this, and I'm dealing with it. It's fine. Slavic goes back to when a certain region of Europe was used as slaves, hence the name Slavic. Oh, slaves, Slavic, that's interesting. I love that cyborg model. That is the first course I took on Udemy. It didn't turn out the same. It usually doesn't, because it's a difficult pose at least. The model itself, it's fine, but the pose. Okay, let's see this. This one looks like okay. I mean, a lot of detail on this character, a lot is happening, but the render is not fine. The render is a little bit dark, so if I squeeze my eyes, and it started to disappear, so it needs to be brighter, more contrasty, the render itself. And the face is not bad. Here I see the face and I say, this face is not amazing, but when I see it up close a little bit, the face is pretty cool. The hair is not amazing though, and it just doesn't make it look nice, but it has a low poly, and it's looking cool. But we have seen this guy's portfolio, and he's relatively good. I mean, you see, anatomy wise, especially the torso without the legs are not good in this one. This is very nice, like alien thing. From concept, obviously, and this we have already seen. I think it's not bad. It's posted 3 days ago, so I have seen that. You probably haven't seen that, but I have seen that. By the way, you will notice this on my wrist, or I don't know if you notice this. This is called Martenica, and because now it's March, and in Bulgarian March is Mart, so this is Martenica, or in English it will be March thing. I don't know, but yeah, they have it in Romania too, but in Romania only females wear this. So when I was in Romania in March a couple of years ago, I was wearing this, and people on the street were looking at me like this guy is wearing the female thing. In my country, everybody is wearing this in March for health or stuff. So it was awkward in Romania. Nico, you don't have the Orc Rider on your Sketchfab. That's one of the best you made. I don't think so. The Orc itself, I mean, the Orc is fine, but the bull, I don't completely like the anatomy of the bull, how it came out. It's fine, but it could be better. If I have to review myself, you know. Wait, so you casually went, oh, you're selling my work, but I want a mini ideas. Yeah, of course, they're reselling it, the Chinese people, when they are reselling something, when they are they steal something and they sell it, you cannot say anything. I mean, they are selling fake iPhones, and Apple cannot do anything about it. So can I do something about it? Probably not, you know. So you just say, okay, it's fine. I feel a little bit flattered even that they are doing this. In Romania, it's Martior. Exactly. It's Mart again. Mart something. In Turkey, some of us have to. Yeah, but in Bulgaria, it's like everybody is having. Now, on the street, if you go, even from the beginning of February, on the street, they're starting to sell. On the stores, they're starting to sell them. A lot of, you know, there are some that you can put here, there are some that you can put here, there are some that you can put whatever. So, there are a lot of, you know, different types. Hi Nico, have you suffered from tendonitis as a result of your job, and do you have any tips on how to avoid it? I haven't, but probably this is because I use tablet mostly and I don't push too much with a tablet. So tablet is like holding a pen. It's not like holding a mouse. So it's a little bit more relaxed pose of the wrist. So I guess this helps that to not have tendonitis, but I'm not sure. I haven't had. Thank you for your assistance, sir. Okay. I mean, a valid point, like the bright side, you now own a miniature of your print, which is always cool. Yeah, I will show you, by the way. The big one and the small one. If I can. Yes, the big one and the small one. I think, yeah. So, for this one, I paid around 150 euro for this to be printed, and it's a very nice print. It's pretty cool. It's very good. Yes. The other one is much smaller. This one is from AliExpress. I ordered it from AliExpress for like $25 or something, and it's amazing quality. I mean, the quality of the print is just superb for this size. It's just so much detail and so much small detail. It's very, very nice. And it's it says in the bottom here something like ZBB boy, which I don't have really on the real sculpt. We don't have that. You don't see it, but you don't have. So this is something that they have done by themselves, but you know, you cannot do anything about it, so you have to be happy. That's fine. Even flattered because they chose your sculpt to put there. Artstation also chose my sculpt to put it on a button, so it's fine. How is it going? Good. Yeah, good. It's not relative to a month in Turkey, the Martinica, yeah, but in Romania and Bulgaria it's only in March, I think. That's why it's called Martinica or Martishor. Okay. Where did you print it? I printed here with one of my friends. He has a printing studio or whatever, and with him I printed this one. Now I own a 3D printer, and one of my friends is operating it, so I just give him the files and then he give me the models. Have you printed the Orc Rider as well? Would love to see it. No, I haven't. I haven't actually printed the Orc Rider. Maybe I should. Maybe. To everyone who struggle with wrists, try Logitech Lift or MX for bigger palm, vertical mouse. Yeah, I have Logitech MX also. It's not your regular mouse, it's a little bit tilted, so your hand is like this, not like this. So I guess it helps. Nico, thank you so much for the amazing content that you do always. I have 2 questions. Okay, ask them until we got this. So, good works. Some renders need to be nicer, and this is not bad, but the thumbnail is bad. The thumbnail doesn't show what it is exactly, and you have double posts. So this one, the Demon Hunter, and this one is Demon Hunter. This one is Anatomy Study, and this one is Cursed Elf, which is based on this Anatomy Study, I guess. Or at least it seems like it's kind of based on that. But it's not. Maybe it's a continuation of this Anatomy Study, because you see the face of the elf, the face of this, and this is similar. Yeah, this guy has skill, by the way. Obviously. Let's see. But everything could be better, as we know. How much do you move away from computer to save the back and neck health? Because sometimes with sculpting we stay for a long time. Exactly. So I try to sculpt or to sit on the computer no more than 2 hours at a time. Then I get up, then I do a little bit of, you know, flexing. And also, what helps me the most is to change my pose in the computer. So I try to be more straight in the computer, and also I have something on my back, on the lower back, that I bought, which is pushing my lower back forward. So I'm like this. I'm like this. Not like this, but like this. So when I sit like this for a long period of time, it doesn't make problem for my It's difficult in the beginning, especially. It's tiring, but at some point you get used to it. A lot of people from Brazil follow your work, man. Great work. Thank you. Nico, can you show your tablet, please? Thank you. I can. Actually, I can. Not exactly this one that I'm using, but I have a lot of them. So I will show you. I will be showing you if I can take it out. So this is it. That's my tablet. One by Wacom. The medium version. So this is the big one. There are only medium and small. This is the big one. I have worked on the small one also, and it's completely okay, but this is the big one. And the tablet itself is not there because probably it's the tablet that I'm using right now. Yes, it's not here. Let's see if it has some things. Oh, it has things for the pen. So if they get wasted, you can change them, exchange the pins on the pen, which is great. The tips on the pen. One by Wacom, the best tablet for sculptors in my opinion, but this is just me, you know, because I was using Wacom Intuos Pro, so pretty expensive tablet. I bought it cheap. It was new. It was around 300-400 euro new. I bought it second hand it was almost unused, for 200 euro, so it was fine, and I was using it for years. But at some point, when I become mostly a teacher, I realized that people will not be able to use this kind of tablet because they are like most people who are just learning are students and they don't have that much money. So I decided to check out if the cheapest tablet of Wacom, which has the same pressure levels that my Intuos Pro 2048, I decided to see if this will work for me. And I started to try it, and I didn't go back to the Intuos Pro. I still am using the One by Wacom tablet for like more than 2 years, maybe 3 years now. I'm not sure exactly. When you're sculpting and you're not live on YouTube, do you have something playing on the background, like podcast music or something? Usually, yes. Usually I have some video playing on the background, but it's not on the background. I have two monitors, so on my other monitor I just put something and then I sculpt. The other thing that I do sometimes, and I see people do it on my Discord server too, is I stream on Discord. I put some music, so I don't talk that much as I'm talking right now, and I just put the streaming and start sculpting. People come to see what I'm doing. Some people are saying something, I'm answering sometimes, but it's not that obligating. It's not that it's not that serious as the stream on YouTube, because it's not recorded. So I can play whatever music I want. Nothing will be copyrighted. I can show whatever I want. It's just a stream, and it will never be seen anywhere again. So that's not so pushing for me. It's just I can just relax. I can practice in Discord, you know. It's nice. Hello from Kazakhstan, Mr. Naidanov. Thank you. I have the same tablet as you. That's a pretty good tablet and it's cheap, so it's fine. And you can find it secondhand very, very cheap. The first one I bought was new, but I have some connections with Wacom here in Bulgaria, so I got it for 47 euro. Pretty cheap, new. The second one I got from the site that we are using here, OLX, which you have OLX in Romania, I think in India too. In OLX, it's something like eBay, so they sell things secondhand, and in OLX I found it for 35 euro or something like this, the same tablet, and I bought it. Then I found another one for the similar price. I bought it. So I have like 5 of them right now. One is that I'm using here, one is in my backpack, is sitting on my backpack for travel, one is in Arc Academy when I teach, it's in the safe there. When I go there, I grab it and I use it there, and I have 2 as a reserve on my wardrobe. So a lot of tablets, you know, the same one, the same, because it's cheap, you know, why not? Question: should I switch from 3D Max to Maya for game character art? I would say switch from 3D Max to whatever you want, because 3D Max, when I started back in the days, I started in 3D Max. But 3D Max back then was a good software. Now, I think Blender is better than 3D Max in any direction, in everything. Probably I'm wrong, I'm not sure, because I don't follow 3D Max, what's happening with 3D Max that much. But I'm pretty sure Blender is better, especially when I go to 3D Max when I had to do something for work, because in work we were using 3D Max, and when I had to make sure my model from Blender is working in 3D Max, it's easy, you just import it and that's it, almost. But the idea is that I had so many issues when I go to 3D Max that it's so slow to work in 3D Max. In Blender, as you can see, everything is super quick, especially when you learn the shortcuts. In 3D Max, it's just boring and slow, you know. Maya, I don't know. Maya have some advantages, like X-Gen for Maya, for hairs. Maybe some animators are also preferring Maya because it's better for animation and rigging. Maybe, I'm not sure. But I would say Blender is the better one. High-speed chart, do you think Blender will achieve ZBrush sculpting level someday? It's very close to ZBrush sculpting level, but in order to make the same polygon models, yes, it will achieve it, because the video cards are getting better and better, and at some point the video cards will be so good that the normal 3D program like Blender will be able to reach the levels of polygons in ZBrush. Maybe 10 years from now or 20 years from now, but it will, probably. What tablet is that? One by Wacom is the tablet. Is it still fine to start a career in sculpting now, or is it too late to invest time and money, or is it difficult to make it as a career and find a job later? I appreciate your pro advice, Nico. So, in my opinion, if you look at your career as something that you have to do, but you don't know, then probably this is not for you. The idea is that if you like doing it, if you are happy while doing the models, in the process of making the models, in the process of making characters, and you are very happy and you feel very nice while you're doing some character, you feel alive, then it's for you and you will progress nicely. But if you are looking at it as a job that you have to get better because there is a good money in it, probably it will be difficult for you to do it. So maybe you should find something that you like, to do, and you have passion for it. That's my advice. Can someone make a living by selling 3D assets or freelancing? Yes, many people are doing it, but you have to be good. If you want to make good money from 3D, you have to be very good. For that, you have to spend a lot of hours, thousands of hours of practicing, making nice models and nicer and better rendering and better presentation and clothes and everything, you know, the best. And then you will be able to sell them, you will be able to freelance, because people will see your work, they say, okay, I want this guy to work for me, I want this guy to make the model, and that's it. Thank you so much for the review. Oh, Vanya is here, okay, good. Спасибо за добрые слова. Нет проблема. What's the most important aptitude of work with a team in 3D? Attitude in working with a team in 3D. I started recently as a graduate and they are so pro, I feel like a total noob and I'm really slow compared to them. Yeah, but you will get faster. This is your worst level right now. You will get faster and better in time. So you just have to spend this time. If I were you, I would spend my every free minute to sculpt, to become better, to make nicer models and everything. But this is just me. Hey Nico, I work as a 3D generalist in England and I followed your channel for many years. Very good. Always good to watch your streams when I get time. All the best. Thank you. By the way, this channel is relatively new. It's 1.5 years old. This one, SpeedChar Live. The other one, my old channel, is just SpeedChar, and it's much older, of course. But I don't post there anymore. Why? Because it requires to make a video for something, and I cannot decide what to do, you know. And now I'm just doing these streams because they are more casual and they are more easy to do. I just turn on the camera, turn on the software, and do the stream. It's doesn't need any preparation or whatever. It's just like this. And about me speaking about anything, I know that I can always find something to speak about. It's not something that I have problems with. I usually don't stutter that much, and I usually don't stop talking, which sometimes is not a good thing, and some people don't like it, but many people like it, so it's fine. This pic is looking great, by the way. It's looking great, but still, again, the render can be a little bit more bright, a little bit better. When you are making the render itself, it might look good to you. But when you post it somewhere, then you look at it, then you will realize that it's not. So what I recommend is to have a buddy, or in the Discord server that I have, post it there, like in whip section, and then look at it from the eyes of another guy, for example, from the eyes of a viewer. And then you will see some mistakes. You will see that it's a little bit too dark, doesn't have contrast, this kind of things, and you will probably, maybe you will see, maybe you will not, but those two things here with a dark, ultra dark background, black background, and obviously not very good thumbnails, they have to disappear. This one, better render, that's it. You know, easy reviews, very easy. I like character modeling and I'm new, so any tip for me how to start? In order to start as a character artist, I would say asking questions less, working more will prove to be a little bit better. You know, when I was a young character artist, there was no like too much places to ask or to ask somebody about it. You just go to YouTube and find things and learn, and tutorials, if you can find a tutorial about ZBrush or something, there were some. You get the tutorial, you spend the time to watch the whole tutorial, to learn from it. You do some things, then watch the tutorial again, for example, to gain more knowledge. Because from one watching, you will gain like 30% of the knowledge, if you are careful. If you are not careful, you will gain even less from one watching. So especially with the tutorials like the anatomy tutorials that I have, you have to watch them a couple of times. Otherwise, you will get not much. Nico, what cam do you use? I use some Sony Alpha, I think. It's a pocket camera, but it has a very nice sensor. 1 inch, I think, almost 1 inch sensor, I'm not sure. And I connect it with a device which kind of gets the signal into the computer. Because if you connect it directly to the computer, I think it doesn't work quite well. But with this device, it's a streaming device. I think it was expensive. It was around 200 something euro. But yeah, and my microphone is, what is this? Audio Technica 2020 or something like this. The microphone. I have a question. Can you make money selling 3D works? Yes. I like your work, man. You make sculpting look so easy somehow. Because of a lot of practice, you know. Nico, I wanna buy, and also I like it a lot. Nico, I wanna buy a course from your courses, but I want one that's retopology and rigging. Which one do you recommend? I don't have too much rigging. I mean, I rig some characters at the end in order to make the pose. But this rig is not good for animation or whatever. I just rig them to make the pose. So rigging, you cannot learn from me. Retopology, yes. There is one course that I recommend. This is the complete game character made in Blender with an orc. It's not an orc, it's a werewolf. But yeah, and it's a real character. I will show again. Yesterday I showed it, but what the hell, I can show it again. Let's show you the character itself in the game, because it's a real character made for the real game. And the mesh that I made in the course, which is free in my other channel, by the way, the whole course is there for free. But you can buy it if you want to support me. The idea is that the character itself is this character. It's in the game after. Not another character similar to this. The same character that I did in the course, they put it in the game. Because I did it for Gameloft. I did it for the game particularly. So yeah. What else we can see? Hey Nico, good stuff in your streams, but by the way, what would you rather be? Cowboy, pirate or samurai? Samurai, definitely. Can I send portfolio for environment artist? Don't do this. Hi Nico, can you please review my portfolio and give me advice to improve what I need? Artstation, saucy. Not now, because we are going to the people who are posting their portfolios and they are waiting for a long time. Now we are on December, which is great because we skipped November almost. Now we are in December. We will quick go to the December these days, and then we go to January, and we will be to February, and we will be almost there, you know. Very nice. So we have to just push it this couple of weeks, and we will get there. Nico, do you visit gaming conventions? No, unfortunately. I probably will be in, it will be probably nice. Watching Nico at one FC live in Qatar. Qatar, yes, very good. I was in Qatar, by the way, one week ago in Doha. Only in the airport, but still. I remember the one for Gameloft. Yes, are you into different 3D work like animation? Do you like just sculpt? I just sculpt, to apologize. I'm just a character artist. I don't do animations. Animators are doing animations and riggers. Have you ever tried 3D code? No. Thank you for answering our questions. You're the best. Thank you. I thought you were Russian. I was wrong. I am close to Russian. I could be Russian, but I'm not. I know a little bit of Russian also. Hello Nico, I think people confuse with Pierrick Picaut. That's why they think you are French. Ah, maybe. Are you interested in VR? What do you think of that technology? I guess it's fine, but I don't own any VR glasses, so I cannot say. I haven't tested it. Nico, greetings from Peru, Latin America. I love you so much, and sorry for my bad English. My English is not so perfect also, so let's see 3 more portfolio reviews and we're done for today. Maybe tomorrow we'll see again. Ooh, that looks very nice. I like the render. I like how crispy it is. I like the lighting. The background is fine because it's like a little bit of a gradient, and also the character is popping up from the background a lot. It's super nice. I like it. And also we have this, it's not bloom, it's field of view, which is cool. I mean, it's a little bit too much probably, but it's fine. And the character itself, like modeling and stuff, it's not bad at all. So, yeah, we see those characters here, they look fine. This guy is Yakov Tafintsev from Russia. Pushkino, Russia. Pushkino is called Pushkino because of Pushkin, which is a famous Russian author. Okay, let's see, this guy is from Marko Djurdjevic Concept. This is Conan. Looking cool. Okay, what can I say? It's nice. Probably what's missing here is just in-game models with UVs and textures and everything, because those are all high polys, and for high polys this guy is good enough. So if I am somebody who's searching for someone, for some artist to make me miniature sculpts, miniatures for printing, I would consider this guy. I will give him a test, for example, because he has good sculpting skills, relatively fine anatomy skills. I mean, pretty fine. If you are looking at this guy, the anatomy is not perfect, but it's pretty nice. My anatomy is also not perfect, so what can I say? But yeah, it's fine. Good. Let's continue with Conor O'Brien. Conor McGregor. No, this is Conor Baines. It's not Conor McGregor. So he likes Oddworld. This game. It's an old game, but this is not bad. The only thing is that you see how the character itself and the background are kind of similar shade, similar color. So if we squeeze our eyes, yeah, it doesn't disappear completely. It's fine, but it could be better. I mean, the background can be chosen a little bit more wisely for this. But what I like is he's using the same background for all his arts, which seems like it's consistency. It's his thing. He's doing only things from Oddworld because he's probably liking this too much. But what we cannot see is kind of how good is he with anatomy, and people want to see that. Also, how well he works from concept, because we cannot see that he has done something from a random concept, nice concept of course, from Artstation or from whatever. And when we see a guy who is working from concept, we see his model, we see the concept, and then we can say, okay, this guy is good. he has made the concept very well, so I can give him job because I need my concept to be made well. So those skills are required. Good presentation, he has relatively fine presentation. Then of course working from concept and anatomy, which we cannot quite see very well here. But we like it, yes, because consistent background, and yeah, it's nice. Ooh, this guy's good. Emre İlhan from Turkey, from Ankara, which I think is the capital of Turkey. Yeah. Many people probably think that Istanbul is the capital of Turkey, or Turkey, but I guess it's not. I think Ankara is the capital. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. Oh wow, nice character with low poly and UVs and everything, and that's what we want to see from, and a good presentation, by the way, on the model. Pretty cool. This guy has skill. Wow, this is very nice, very nice. 137 likes, not bad at all. So yeah, this guy is, let's say he's professional. He can do stuff. He can do low poly, he can do nice models, complex models like this one. Although I would say that this model is not amazing for portfolio. It has only 35 likes. Why? Because of the presentation. You see, if he spent a little bit more time making materials, making the skin, making a nice render, nicer, with rim light and everything, nice background, I mean, different than black, then at some point this model will be in trending with a nice, of course, with a better thumbnail, but it will be in trending and it will have like more than 300 likes, much more. And he has only 144 followers. This has a lot of, no, 59 likes. It deserves much more, but whatever. This has a lot of likes. Why? It probably was in trending at some point in Artstation. But you see, even it was in trending, it has a lot of likes, 138. But this guy has only 144 followers. Usually, you have much more followers than likes on any of your things. For example, I have over 18,000 followers in Artstation. My biggest work with the biggest likes on my work, the most likes are like 1,000. So a lot less than my followers, unfortunately. Maybe they just don't like me. This thing has to be removed. It's too simple for portfolio. This one is cool, but again, it looks a little bit lazy because it looks like a speed sculpt a little bit. But this guy has a lot of skill, so yeah, let's leave it as that. He's just good. We cannot say anything about him that much. It looks like miniature figure. That's so cool. Yeah, a lot of cool things. But Nico, maybe you could do some cuts from your lives and post them on speed sculpt as time lapses. I think people would enjoy watching it. Probably yes, I have to try that probably. Así que hay más hispanos por aquí. Yeah, I understand a little bit of Spanish, but this I don't understand. Es brasileños también. También is the same. Also. So there are a lot of Spanish people here. And the other guy says also Brazilians, but in Brazilian. Nice. Здравствуйте, как вас можно найти на Artstation? It's not very difficult to find me in Artstation. My name is Nikolai Naidanov. Of course, yeah, it's a little bit strange. My channel is called Speedchar, or Speedchar Life is this one. And my profile in Artstation is Nikolai Naidanov. But if you go to the description of this video, you can easily find me in Artstation because there are links there. So, description of the video is your guy. Let's see this. Wow, not bad, but again, the arm is a little bit awkward. And the feet are a little bit too big for this type of character. I know stylization and stuff. This one looks cool. This one looks cool. But the presentation is a little bit awkward. This one is looking pretty nice. But again, it's a little bit strange, the render. And when the hands are forward like this and the head is also forward. Now, as you can see, head and this hand are like the same silhouette, which is not a good thing. So you have to move one or the other so you can have better silhouette and better view of the head. Because it's a nice model, but the pose is messing it. Now when it's a turntable, although it's a little bit laggy, the turntable, but when it's a turntable it seems a little bit better, but still it's not a nice pose. Also, this character now, if he stands like this, he will fall forward. Most of his weight is forward, so it has to be like some more dynamic thing. A little bit bigger legs, one leg a little bit more forward than the other, for example, and one of the arms, for example, up here, and then the head will be much more visible from certain areas, and the silhouette will be better. Overall, yeah, when we see this kind of things, the modeling is relatively fine, and the rendering is relatively fine, but at the end, it's lacking some things, you know. And here, what is lacking is stepping on the ground. He's not stepping on the ground. He's on his toes, visibly here. It's like his heels are lifted off the ground, which is a little bit strange, and it doesn't make nice character. This one also is from my course, but the render is a little bit too flat, especially the skin, which happens because you know, you don't want the metal to be that dark, so you make the skin a little bit too light, and it happens. But overall it looks not so bad, although the legs are too thick at some points, like the knee, at the knee area needs to be a little bit thinner. There are some issues, and I would advise those things, because they are from courses, to be erased. And all the things that are from courses now this guy can remove, because he has his own stuff, and it's better to have your own stuff when you have it already, so it's fine. Okay, we have to finish this forever. Yes. What's the most complex course that you have ever made? The last one that I did was pretty complex. This one. This girl. As female assassin in Blender course. It was... yeah. It seems like it's not so complex, but it has armors. This is broken, by the way. It has to be sharp. But other than that, it's complex. The hair is complex, and a lot of armors and stuff. And only working from one concept is pretty difficult, but yeah. And the other one is the Orc Cyborg problem, I would say. But also, when I think of it, Orc and Bull, the Orc Rider, also it was complex because it's two characters, the Orc and the Bull, and you have to do both, and there are a lot of details, so yeah. Tambien is the same, yes, I know. Hello from Egypt, hello from Spain, hello Spain. Hola, ¿qué tal? Or something. Watching from Barcelona here also, very good. To find a job with Artstation is better to apply or to wait for companies to contact you? Oh, it's always better to apply. It's always better to push yourself. And you will have to know one thing. When you go to apply to certain companies, you will apply to 100 companies. If you really want to start job in a company, you will apply to 100. Maybe 99 of those will, I don't know, not answer, or answer with like, we don't need you right now, or you don't have the skill requirements, or whatever, or you don't have the... But one company of all those maybe will take you. So if you apply to 10 companies, none of the 10 probably will take you. If you apply to 100, maybe one will take you. So you have to just spend time to push it, to push yourself and to apply. Of course, you have to have the skill, otherwise it's useless. Hello from Russia. Que tengas bien día. So yeah, very nice. Yeah, Russia and then Spanish. Nice. I applied and then don't answer. Yeah, when you apply in one company, definitely you don't have a huge chance. But as I said, apply to 100. Maybe some of one or two will answer. Can I work 3D as a part-time? Probably yes. Why not? Okay. Bye now. See you later, alligators. Probably in the next probably tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow, but we'll see. Tomorrow is Saturday. Maybe